Good morning and welcome to Mornings on Main Street for this Thursday, the 4th of January. I'm your host, Stefanie Miller. Thanks for joining us today. Coming up, we talk polar plunge season for Special Olympics Tennessee. Hear of the upcoming polar plunge happening this Saturday, how you can take part in it, and just how special this event and others are for Special Olympics Tennessee, their athletes, and their families alike. After that, we continue on with part 2 of Making a Change for Weight Loss. We hear more about Melissa Warren's journey, as well as her time with her trainer, Dustin Moore of Platinum Built Training. But first, let's get a check at those headlines and stories that you'll find at mainstreetmediatn.com. Tennessee's Department of Corrections spent $51.4 million on correctional officer overtime in fiscal years 2022 and 23. This was due to overtime and what some officers described as a hostile environment due to understaffing and then other issues at its facilities. Learn more about the audit as well as the turnover rate by going to mainstreetmediatn.com and clicking on the Cheatham County Exchange. The Sumner County YMCA is now back open to regular business hours following the tornado December 9th. In our article by reporter Rick Murray, he states that it may be months before it is back to full operation. But that being said, the Sumner County Y is ready to help members with their goals for 2024. You can read much more about the togetherness of the staff there at the YMCA and some of the classes offered. You can do that by going to our website and then finding the Hendersonville Standard. So get this, in 2023, the Friends of Sycamore Shoals Historic Area was the most popular specialty license plate in Tennessee. $35 of the specialty plate fee goes to the Tennessee Arts Commission, the plate's respective beneficiary, and then the state's highway fund. Would you like one of those specialty plates or a different one? We'll just get the cost and other information at our website, mainstreetmediatn.com. So will we see snow this upcoming weekend? Who knows? But I'll tell you who does, the team at Tennessee Valley Weather.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather on Main Street.
Hey folks, good morning to you. Ben Luna here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center with your forecast on Main Street for today. Enjoy an overall partly cloudy sky for this morning. Average temperatures for the mid-state region back in the mid-40s for daytime highs. However, things will be warming up slightly as we look ahead to the near future. Big weather event coming in as we head toward next week. That's going to be providing the region with plenty of rainfall. Until that point, we do have a chance for a few showers rolling in here Friday night into Saturday morning. A clipper system dives down over the northern half of the mid-state Sunday, providing us with maybe 1 or 2 showers there. And then we'll be watching this period Monday into Tuesday. Showers and thunderstorms become a likely possibility across the area. I think severe weather at this point stays south, but we will be watching how that evolves. Temperatures warmer in the meantime, back in the mid-50s before Mom Nature turns the thermostat down again by Wednesday of next week. This is a quick check on your forecast on Main Street for this Thursday. Thanks for stopping by. Have a blessed day. And as always, we'll talk to you soon.
Beginning January 1, Delta Dental of Tennessee is introducing enhanced benefits for persons with intellectual and developmental disabilities.
It'll include extra cleaning times for people with special needs, extra time for exams. More importantly, we will create a training program that any dentist office in the state can go online and pick that up.
At Delta Dental, we believe that the quality of oral health care should be accessible and inclusive for all.
He shoots, and he scores!
This holiday season, the largest lantern festival in the country returns to Nashville Zoo. Witness more than 1,000 handcrafted Chinese lanterns featuring brand new designs, including towering mythical beasts, a life-sized Santa's workshop, and a 100-foot-long dragon. Welcome back to Zoolumination at Nashville Zoo. Bigger, brighter, and better than ever.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
This morning, we are starting off talking about this, the polar plunge, which has been a great way for the Special Olympics of Tennessee to raise money for many decades, for Special Olympics all over to raise money for their athletes for not only year-round sports, but competitions. To talk to us more about this phenomenal event, how much fun it is, how cold it is, but why they continue to do this each and every year. We have with us Justin Bradford. He is the Director of Marketing and Communications with Special Olympics Tennessee. Justin, thank you so much for your time.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. Really appreciate it. Really to talk about freezing for a reason.
I love that. Yes, freezing for a reason. And just looking at the words polar plunge makes me smile and gives me a chill all at the same time. Tell me about the upcoming polar plunge, which is happening this weekend.
Yes, so we're kicking it off the season with Murfreesboro. That seems to always be our first one. So right off the bat, going to Murfreesboro at Sportscom down there, and it's going to be chilly. It's going to be a great opportunity to kick off polar plunges. We have them going on all across the state, East, Middle, West Tennessee. So even if you have family, you can talk about it. But Murfreesboro, they even take walk-ups. If you're just unsure about if you want to do it or not, you can still show up and you can sign up there and register. What it all comes down to is signing up or creating a team and fundraising to support our athletes. And there's awards for biggest fundraiser. We have lots of different gifts that you can receive based on different areas that you fundraise as well too. And then there's also a costume contest. So we encourage people to come in costume, and you could win an award for having the craziest costume or the best themed costume out there. And so it is a lot of fun. There's a pre-event happening in Murfreesboro as well too. So there's lots of games for kids. There's snacks that'll be available. And at Sportscom, they're also going to open up their indoor pool for people to warm up after they plunge. So it's a good 1-2 opportunity just to get in the pool and also raise money for a great cause with Special Olympics Tennessee.
How nice is that for Sportscom to open up the inside of their building? You get to see these athletes, and I've been blessed to, work with them and see them, at their athletic events. But talk to us about how special it is for them to be able to take part in athletics, in competitions, because some of those kiddos, I mean, they are so good at what they do at their sports.
What's amazing about Special Olympics is it's an opportunity for people to compete, whether they're young athletes, which are people that could be from ages 3 to 9 or 10, or we have unified sports, which is big time in our high school areas as well as in adult areas, and all the way up into their 60s, 70s, and 80s, we have athletes competing. So this is a fully inclusive organization that gives people an opportunity to train and to compete and also receive free health screenings. And that's why we love Special Olympics and what we offer, because we are offering an opportunity for people that may not get that opportunity in so many other ways. And what we've seen so much over the past couple of decades is the great move for inclusion, because now, especially in our school systems, we're seeing not to where what it used to be like when we were in school, to where everyone was separated, but full inclusion, to where people with intellectual disabilities are fully integrated with people without intellectual disabilities. And that's even included in sports. And we see that huge in the Unified Champion Schools movement, because the TSSAA, which is the organization that manages all the varsity sports in Tennessee, also has unified sports divisions right now in bowling and track and field. So we have athletes and unified partners that are actually competing for state championships. And that's something we probably never would have thought of just a couple decades ago. And now we're continuing to see that grow. And so we are seeing people just fully be included in sports and athletic competitions, and not just competing at their area level, their local level, the regional level, or the state level, but we have national competitions and international competitions where athletes get to go and compete and face the best around the world. We just had 2 back in the summer go compete in Berlin, 1 in golf and 1 in swimming. And we just announced 3 athletes that'll be competing in the World Winter Games in Torino, Italy in 2025, 2 in snowboarding and 1 in speed skating. So it's just tremendous opportunities that we're able to offer for our entire community. And we just encourage people to be a part of it however you can.
Love the progression of the times and just the inclusiveness that we are seeing. How wonderful is that? What do you hear from the athletes and the families?
Oh gosh, it's one of those things that's life-changing. And what I encourage people to do is if you go to one Special Olympics event, what you see in the field of competition and during the award ceremony is just pure unfiltered joy. And that's what it's all about, is seeing people being able to be themselves. And that's what we all want. We want people to be able to feel included, to feel involved, to be themselves, to be able to compete, to feel what everyone else may feel. And that's what we hear from a lot of our parents is, for instance, Nashville Soccer Club has a unified team where they compete against other MLS teams, unified teams. And this team gets to travel. They get to practice. They get to compete. They get to go onto the main MLS fields. I mean, they played at Geodis Park. They played at Soldier Field in Chicago. And what we hear from parents, for instance, during practices is like, this is what my daughter wanted. She wanted to be pushed. She wanted to be trained. She wanted to be coached, just like her brothers were coached in soccer. And so that's what inclusion is about there too, is it's feeling like everyone else and being able to be involved and compete just like a brother or sister or a cousin or their parent did. And that's the changes that we're seeing now, is that we're seeing opportunities and continuing to see that grow.
Something else I want to know, I don't think I've ever seen such a higher level of camaraderie and sportsmanship than at some of those games.
Absolutely. I mean, when we talk to athletes, when we interview athletes for our blog, it's about the competition, but it's about seeing their friends and seeing their network, where they maybe only see each other 2 or 3 times a year, but they're friends that compete against each other. They cheer each other on as well too. They want to win, but most importantly, they want everyone to have a great time. They want everyone to compete and do their best, because what it comes down to so much for athletes, especially in individual competitions, is setting personal bests. It's not necessarily always about winning. Well, winning a gold medal is great, but did you do better than your last competition? Did your training come through, and did you set a new personal record? We have coaches that challenge their athletes all the time to set new personal records, and we'll do bets, whether it's getting dumped with water or getting a pie in the face, something like that. So our coaches are fantastic. Our volunteers are fantastic, encouraging our athletes. And that's what you see. It's not just the athletes. It's parents, it's friends, it's family members, it's the community, it's our amazing volunteers, our amazing area directors that are volunteers, or coaches that are volunteers, that it takes a whole community to make these events special. And that's the camaraderie that you see, is everyone knowing that there is one goal, and that's full inclusion in sports.
Yes. Okay. Before we get back to the polar plunge, talk to us about volunteering and being a part of this community. If this is where we want to give our time, how do we do that?
Absolutely. I mean, if you go to SpecialOlympicsTN.org, there's buttons on there that you can volunteer to sign up. You can also volunteer your company if you want to volunteer as a group. We have group opportunities to volunteer as well for our events. And we can also put you in touch with area directors, because the way that Tennessee is separated is like certain counties have their areas and regions have their areas, and they have lots of local events too that aren't necessarily at the state level. So there's opportunities in your community directly to be able to be involved, where you don't have to always go to Nashville or always go to big state events or state competitions too. So if you sign up and fill out the volunteer information form, we can get that to local area directors, and they can reach out to you with any opportunities. And they're all across the state, happening pretty much year round, except for during the holidays. We always have events that are taking place.
And again, just go to Special Olympics Tennessee. Now, talking about the polar plunge, we're seeing a number of locations here. Of course, you have Special Olympics in every county, but not every county has a polar plunge. So we can get involved in other polar plunges. We just pick one.
Yeah, you can pick one. You can pick all of them. I mean, if you want to do the full tour, by all means, pick as many as you want. There are some that happen on the same day, but it might be a little bit of driving. But hey, you could probably accomplish it.
Justin, if you hear of someone who's done a full tour, please send them my way. I want to talk to that person.
That's a story. That's a great pitch right there, isn't it?
100%. How much does it cost to, or is it just a donation to be a part of the polar plunge?
Sure. So the recommended immediate donation fundraise is $75. And then what we encourage people to do is then fundraise from that, is ask your family and friends to encourage you to support you to fundraise for our athletes. And then you start getting incremental gifts for it as well. That includes like a knit hat, some really comfy pajama pants. Even if you're one of the top fundraisers, you get a Yeti cooler. I mean, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. So people can form teams. You can jump as a team. So there might be community organizations, corporations, all these different groups, high school groups that form teams. And then you get to jump into the pool as your team. So it's a great way to recognize all the efforts that you put forth to fundraise for our athletes, is getting that special recognition and getting people to take pictures and have you on video of taking that plunge. And especially if you're in costume, to see how those costumes react as soon as they hit the water is always a lot of fun. But we encourage people to find your local communities. You can see it there, polarplungetn.com. You can find the plunges going to be closest to you. They're all over the state. We have plenty in Middle Tennessee that are going to be available all throughout January and February. So you can find one that's near you.
Justin, thank you so much. And again, I encourage everyone to participate in this at least once. Meet those athletes, boys, girls, men, and women who are just seeing so much success. So Justin Bradford, thank you so much. Director of Marketing and Communications, Special Olympics Tennessee. We appreciate you. Is there anything I didn't ask that you need to share or want to share?
No. I appreciate you having me on. And just if anything, reach out if you have any questions, y'all. Just we're happy to help you and happy to help encourage you if you have any questions about Polar Plunge or Special Olympics.
Love it. Thank you, Justin, so much. All right, guys, stick with us here on Mornings on Main Street. We have a little bit more coming up right after this.
At Implant and General Dentistry, we're proud to offer dental care you can trust. Our team, led by Dr. Andrew Flips, is dedicated to serving our community with the highest quality of care. We offer comprehensive dental exams, cleanings, whitening, and more. With our compassionate and experienced team, you'll be able to smile with confidence. Come experience the difference for yourself. Call us today to schedule an appointment or visit our website to learn more.
Sherry's Hope is dedicated to sharing the hope of Christ, protecting the health of our community, and supporting those who are fighting cancer. You can be a champion of hope this season. When you give monthly to Sherry's Hope, you help meet the needs of families in our community as they are battling cancer. Your monthly gift of $10 or more gives hope all year. Together, we can make a difference.
At Chapels, we pride ourselves on offering a wide variety of the freshest fruits and vegetables, handpicked just for you. We have a wide selection of the freshest, highest quality meats that will leave your taste buds craving more. Our friendly staff is always ready to lend a helping hand. We believe in treating every customer like family because at Chapels, your family is our family. We've been locally owned and operated for over 60 years. You can visit any of our Chapels locations in Dixon, White Bluff, McEwen, and Centerville.
Because I hear that more than anything. That's what I'm the time. I mean, I have kids. She still ate dinner with her family. She just ate my meals. It's just caring enough. And you don't have to do it. We have the privilege of saying, hey, look, I have control. This is the one thing I can control, whether she hears this a whole lot from me. It's my little go-to. But if I can control what I say to you, what I do with my hands, I should be able to control this. I should be able to control this. Same thing. I don't yell and scream at people, in work situations or normal life, so I don't pick things up that I feel like it's not going to do much for me. But yeah.
How many years have you been doing this?
This is 18 for me. So 12 here with Sean at Olympus. So, and again, it's finding your base. Watching a person be humbled almost and be grateful of it versus cocky, I think is a huge transformation also.
Tell me about the moment when you started wearing sleeveless shirts or maybe short.
Bikini?
A two-piece of it. Like, what was that?
Oh, good gracious. I remember my daughter convinced me to wear a tank top, just a basic tank top. It's a 2X. I couldn't do it. It took me forever. She's got me doing crop tops, and I'm like, okay.
Tasteful crop tops, though.
Tasteful.
Let's get that straight.
Tasteful.
What does your family say? Like your husband?
Okay, so my daughter.
Do too.
She's asked me. She does his plan. She trains with him. We've cut back on all that because of her schooling, but she is in here because I started. My husband, he supports it, but he's been difficult to convert. My mother, she brags on me all the time. My in-laws, they don't understand. I carry my food to their house. They don't understand. They don't understand why I can't just eat the Southern food. Well, I can. I choose not to. I don't want to because I don't want all that stuff. This is what I want. And they just don't understand it.
Well, I think you learn that too by having it. And I think that's important for people. So none of us really understand the feeling. You know how if I was to say, oh, I don't eat that stuff that makes, in a normal world, people would be like, how does that? He's just saying that because he wants to be fit. But when you do this long enough, it's like putting 87 gas in your car and then all of a sudden putting 93. Your car's like, holy crap, I love that. And then once you do it long enough, you don't understand that what a 2 French fries tastes like. It's not because it's crazy overfit. It's because that grease you feel in your skin, you feel in your belly, and you thought, man, for that split second, I felt like this for 2 days. Feeling a certain way about your own self and taking control of it is nothing. No one can ever tell you anything else. I can tell you you're beautiful 1,000 times, but once you feel that, it's over. It's perfect in every situation. So I think when I sit down with something or someone, I tell them the worst part because they just don't want you to do it yet. You know, wait until you're miserable enough or you want to, or you're saying, hey, look, I can go to my son's soccer game on Saturdays and I can take a banana and a rice cake or whatever the case may be. But is a person diligent enough to do it? Are they organized enough to do it?
So they need to find their want.
I think so. Yeah, and it's not even, there's going to be a lot of people with wants, but there's a difference. When you want to wash your car, you wash your car. What do you do with your body?
Do you suggest for people to consult with their physician or doctor before they start some sort of fitness journey? Or
that's my first rule of business. So if you don't go to them and you don't have blood work, I usually don't take you. Because if I don't know what's going on your insides, I'm taking your money for no reason because I can't fix that. And from a trainer or coach's standpoint, you can't go against what hormones are doing.
So Dustin, for you, if someone would like to ask you a question, you know, not everyone may be able to hire a trainer, but they want to get started. They want to start that journey. What do you suggest? What are your thoughts?
So I always say get started. You have to find some type of way that's a little bit of your own way. And I feel like I tell her this all the time. It should be week by week. As long as this week is better than last week, then I'm progressing. It should be progression before perfection. If you're thinking you're going to be perfect, then you're probably going to lose out on that whole week. But making sure each day or each week is better than before, that you're kind of learning from those mistakes, I think is your first step.
Are there things we can do at home? Like I said, some people can't afford to have a trainer, but they want to get active.
Sure. So I always say, and I guess it's kind of crazy, but I always start with your blood sugar. Trying to find out where your blood sugar is in the mornings. It usually kind of gives us a good base on where we would start. Breakfast is always my kicker, just like it always will be for anyone else. The goal would be to kickstart the metabolism and kickstart the body. So if you're waking up, and again, there's a lot of different beliefs, but if you're waking up and not starting your metabolism off, then all you're doing is kind of slowing it down even more. So get up and eat. Again, find something that's a little bit more active than you did the day before. And it doesn't just stop. Try to find the drive that's 5 more minutes or 2 more minutes than you did the day before.
You are so great with, to answer questions and to, offer either suggestions. If someone wants to reach out to you, how do they do that? So
I am on Instagram, Platinum Built Training. There should be a few different ones on there. Also, you can call me. You're okay. Send me an email, plbtllc@gmail.com. I'll give you my phone number as well. It's 615-968-0452. I think reaching out and just at least asking the questions. Let's have a phone consult. We'll kind of sit down. I don't charge anything for that stuff. I'd rather hear the journey and hear the problems and see if it's even me that you need or another way. And through looking at his Instagram page, again, you can kind of see those that he's worked with that, we're just scrolling through now. And of course, you see the number at the bottom of your screen to connect with Dustin Moore with Platinum Built. Melissa, for you, final question of what is that goal? What is your end goal in all this? My end goal is to finish losing 6 more pounds and seeing where it takes me. I know I'm not done, and I have some things in my head that I just have to get through the mental part of it first. Well, good luck, and just thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing this with all of us. And Dustin, thank you so much. We definitely appreciate you and what you do. Again, that journey, it starts somewhere, and if this is what you want, you can most definitely do it. Stick with us here on Mornings on Main Street. We have more coming up right after this.
Welcome to Grin Doctors, your trusted pediatric dentistry and orthodontics practice. Achieve healthy, beautiful smiles with our expert care. At Grin Doctors, we are committed to your child's oral health and well-being. Trust Grin Doctors, your pediatric dental home for exceptional care. We go above and beyond to ensure the comfort and satisfaction of our young patients. Grin Doctors Kids Dental and Orthodontics is right down the street in Old Hickory, TN. Easy to get to and in your neighborhood.
You know that feeling you get when your team goes big? You can get that same feeling on Zen Sports. When you sign up for a Zen Sports account, you will receive up to a $1,000 no-danger first wager. That's right. When you place your first bet in Zen Sports, you can be reimbursed for the amount of your first bet up to a $1,000 maximum if the bet loses. No other sportsbook will offer you a premier sports betting experience with 24/7 customer support and faster withdrawals like Zen Sports. Zen Sports. Betting just got better. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-889-9789. Terms and conditions apply. Must be 21 and up and in Tennessee to bet.
Smiles. These are the healthy smiles of real Delta Dental members. Folks with access to the nation's largest network of dentists and low-deductible plans with 100% preventive care coverage, all backed by over 65 years of expertise. Go online or give us a call to learn about affordable individual plans that meet your needs. 1-855-844-0445.
At Fred's Flooring, we're your source for quality flooring options. Our extensive experience and knowledge in the industry means we have the expertise to get the job done right. From carpet to tile, hardwood to laminate, and luxury vinyl, we have everything you need to find the perfect floor for your home. As the Main Street Award Favorite Floor Store winner for 2023, we know what it takes to satisfy our customers. And with our convenient financing options, you can get your dream floors now and pay over time. Visit fredsfloors.com or call us today.
Welcome back. We always love it when you stop by Mornings on Main Street. To end out the day, we talk about today's national day, or at least one of them. It is National Trivia Day. So, of course, looking this up, I have a few fun facts that you can maybe share to impress someone out there, or just, I don't know, to file it back, to use it whenever. But here we go. An average cloud weighs around 1.1 million pounds. Who knew? Play-Doh was not originally a toy. It was actually advertised and sold as a wallpaper cleaner. Some cats are actually allergic to humans. And last but certainly not least, let's go with this. Domesticated ravens can learn how to talk better than parrots. So cool. Thanks for joining us. We hope you have a fantastic rest of your Thursday. We look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow morning.
I'm so excited about this new show.
Dino Trek is back again this year. It's bigger than we've ever had it before.
When they're about 5 months old, we'll start seeing them sticking their head out of a pouch, or you might see a foot come out or a tail.
It's like an Airbnb for Joey's. Animals, nature, and fun. That's what we're all about. But during that time, we hope that you also learn something, that you're inspired to want to learn something.
What's new at the zoo with Jim Bar 2.
Catch At the Zoo exclusively on Main Street Media TV. Check our on-screen TV guide for days and times.